And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week is episode 82, and I'm joined by my guest, CJ Landry. Thanks for joining the podcast, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great. I can't believe I'm here.
I know. The last time that you were on this podcast, you were telling stories of living in your car, being homeless,
That's right.
and tripping on acid in, like, snowstorms and getting kicked out of apartments in Dallas. And then now
not much has changed.
No, yeah. You're gonna be homeful. What's the opposite of homeless? Homeful? Homed?
Apparently, it's sleeping in a podcast studio.
Yes.
Because I'm staying in this bitch now.
Yeah.
I'm literally sleeping in the studio right now.
You guys
for the last
might
couple
be
days.
able to see, like, in the corner right here, the corner of the bed. But yeah, pretty much crashing in here. It's got to be better than the car though at this point.
Yeah, by a mile. I mean, it's the car. I've slept in the car a couple times. It's funny. I've actually went on a date, had sex in the car before, and then slept in the car same night. I swear to God, bro, that happened like last week.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, pretty hilarious.
That's efficient, dude. That's the whole You shit, eat, and sleep where you stay. Like you.
It was a pretty because it was not like it was not planned that way. You know.
Yeah.
It was like it just so happened that we ended up like having sex in my car.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then it's not optimal though. I wouldn't say car sex is like
we're tall people.
Not where you want it.
It's not what you want to do.
And I like the thicker girls, so it really it's like double not.
There's not room back there. You gotta have both. You have to have both seats pulled forward, lean like a luxury condo back there.
Made me wish I had a Hummer for sure.
Yeah, fuck.
And then but then yeah, it was kind of funny because then I was like sleeping and I'm like, God, my fucking bare ass was just right here. I was like trying to like wipe it down. I was
it's not clean out in the drive home. Even
smells like pussy in here. Yeah,
that's hilarious. Did she have any idea that was also your house?
No clue, dude.
No, okay, that's probably why you got laid. Probably.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have like a nicer car, which is kind of fun. It's a good front.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? For me, just straight homeless, dude. Like, yeah, I got things going for me.
Yeah, you're like, all my money literally goes to this car. Like,
this is my rent.
Yeah. I like it though. Aren't you? You're about to have a place though, not be homeless anymore, right?
Yeah,
it's coming
pretty
up soon.
Yeah,
That's
November.
Exciting.
It's just like I'm doing so much on the road. It's like, dude, for me to like for a while, I've been doing this for like a couple months now, where I'm on the road and then I'm literally in one place for 3-4 days, and it's like, all right, I'll dump, $100 on like an Airbnb room somewhere in a house or an apartment like this where it's just like every room's an Airbnb.
Yeah, like you have your own at least your own private room.
Yeah, and it's like 30-40 a night, and like that's more worth it to me because then the other days I'm just flying out, doing shows, staying with friends, or staying in hotels. So
it makes sense. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for you to pay for a room you're never in.
Yeah, it's just dude, this month would be. I mean, I would hate to have rent this month because it would be such a. I mean, everyone's been telling me like, oh, it's better to have a place, better to have. It's like, yeah, but it's also like a big waste of money.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're not on the road for even like 10 days and you're spending $20-$30 a night for a room, $300-$400 a month is still cheaper than most rent in this area.
Yeah. And like whenever I can't. I mean, it's not like you can get a regular job, so it's like I can't. I have to like either grind it out doing fucking Postmates or whatever the bullshit side gigs I want to do to make up for the rent that I have to pay. That's just so that I can have a place to live. And it's just it really makes no sense the more I think about it. But I'm just happy to be like doing the road, whatever. So I don't really worry about. I'm not really too concerned with not having a place. Honestly, I'm not really honestly. I don't care. It's like, I'm gone too much to really care. Yeah. But it is kind of funny whenever you're having sex in the car or sleeping in it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's a moment.
That's when it hits you. You're
like, you look around and you're like,
I should get this place.
Yeah. Those are literally like all your life's possessions and wants and needs are in this car at that moment.
Dude,
there's no stuff at your house. There's nothing. It's everything is in there. You got yourself, pussy.
Oh, dude.
Your only shelter, your clothes in the trunk, probably. Like, if that bitch gets engulfed in flames, you have to start over. You might as well get a new identity.
Exactly.
And shit.
If she saw my trunk open, dude, it would be the most embarrassing. It's so funny because like I'm having sex with her the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, dude, if she would just so happen to see my trunk right now, it would all fall apart. Like it would all be like and it's so funny because she's like in the back seat. She's like literally a foot away from like the most embarrassing fucking shit she could ever see, which would ruin the date. It would absolutely completely ruin the date. She'd be like, why is everything back here? Why do you have a pull-up bar back here and in your fucking laundry basket and your fucking it wouldn't be good. But thankfully that didn't happen. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. I'm doing a lot of shows coming up.
Yeah, you were just in Florida. Did any I mean, obviously any crazy like Florida people should happen? You run into any weird people while you were out there?
I'm trying to think. Well, I don't really want to divulge too much in that. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I don't really want to give out too much information about what happened, but let's just say a comic that I was with on the show, saw a guy after the show because that's Florida. That part of Florida is a big cocaine central. So this one comic that I was with on the show, he likes to do cocaine, and so he saw a guy. We usually take pictures and shit with people after the show, and people want to take pictures with us, and then so there was this guy. He has like powder on his nose. My buddy noticed it, and he was like, "Oh man, you might want to clean that up, but can I get some? Like, whatever." And so they go outside, and the guy's like, "Oh, you like kitty, bro?" And then he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, man. I want to do some, you know."
Yeah.
And so he snorts like a big bump of it, apparently, and the guy like he immediately like goes to smoke a cigarette, and then the comic like turns to the guy and is like, "Whoa, what kind of cocaine is this?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, that wasn't cocaine, dude. That was ketamine."
Oh, no. That's so different.
Yeah, and that's what he meant by kitty. He didn't know what he meant by kitty. He's like, "Yeah, kitty cocaine." Well,
I literally was just thinking, I was like, I've never heard anyone call cocaine kitty. That makes sense.
Yeah, so he's like, "Yeah, man, whatever. I'm down." And then like, so then and then he's like, as soon as the guy said that, he's like, I got to go. So then like he just darted off.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because we didn't see him until he was in the green room freaking out.
Yeah.
So we're in the green room, and he comes in, and he's just like sitting like on the fucking couch in the green room, like staring straight forward, just like wigging. And he just kept saying, "I don't have feet." He just kept saying, "I don't have feet. I don't have arms. I don't have feet." And we're like, "All right, man, just like calm down."
Yeah, he was just tripping,
just
and freaking out,
dude.
Too,
Apparently, he did like a huge because he told us after. He's like, "Man, I mean, like I do." Whenever someone gives me free coke, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
At once, because it's like that's all you're gonna get. And so he did just a large fucking
like because I've never done ketamine. Do you is it like the dosage the same amount, or is it
no idea either?
Different?
I've never done it either. I imagine it's different. I mean, I don't know. But
that's insane, dude. What a terrible switch around that was,
dude. So he was mostly concerned because, dude, I mean, comedy clubs, everybody after shows, the comedy club. This is a big club. This is like the Improv in Fort Lauderdale. So it's like a nice brand new club in Dania Improv, and everyone's kind of like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on?" Like, and apparently, like one of the guy that gave him the drugs, like rushed to the security guard and was like, "Hey, I think I gave a comic like the wrong shit." Like he's freaking out.
He went and told them after.
Yeah.
Too?
So then the security guard like came into the green room and was like, "Hey, like this guy's saying like he gave you the wrong shit. Like, are you all right?" And we're like, "He's fine. He's fine." And like the comic was like staring straight in the wall. He's like, "I'm good, man. I'm good." Like he's just he's clearly tripping balls. "I'm fine. I'm good." And then it was so funny because like it only lasts like 35, 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm all right." He's like, "Man, that was fucking weird." He's like, "I think I'm good." And so he gets up off the couch and goes tries to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked like an old man in his like 90s. trying to walk to the bathroom with slippers on because he like his feet like weren't leaving the ground. He was like sliding and bent over, like hunched over, sliding to the bathroom. He like couldn't walk. You're like, holy fuck, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think you need a couple more minutes, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, only 45 minutes ago, he didn't think he had feet or fucking arms. He's a newborn. He just got those feet 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, he just came out the womb.
Yeah.
The fucking K-hole womb.
That's crazy. Dude, okay, so you said you've never done ketamine?
No, I've never done ketamine or coke. I'm kind of just like coke for sure is like one of those that I'm like, I want to try it. That's the thing. Like, it's funny, dude. Every time, it's so weird because like every time I go to like, I want to try some, whoever's with me is like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I think it's like one of those things where it's on. I don't know. I don't believe in destiny or whatever, but I think it's just, it's good for me not to do it because I feel like I would just like it and then be on it all the time.
Yeah, it's expensive and dangerous
I'd
too,
be trying to get in that shit no matter what, but I mean that's the problem with this comic. I mean, dude, he's got an issue with it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
dude, yeah, I've never heard anyone say they've taken ketamine and had a good experience. Like I only hear awful stories with it. Like everyone's talking about getting K-holed and like how shitty it is and the spiritual trips they go on and how terrifying and shit and like I guess I shouldn't mention his name. There's a comic that I'll just bleep it out. Because like he told me that he used to do a lot of ketamine and he would share stories of like he would do it at like 2 a.m. and his girlfriend would find him like in a corner talking to himself and like a voice she'd never heard and shit like that. And it just never, I've never heard a ketamine story and been like, that sounds fun. Like the coke stories are at least people are like, I did this and that, and you're like, whoa. Yeah. Never a good ketamine story.
I started this business.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is weird. No, I think like, I don't know, ketamine for me is really like, I don't know. It's just like, it seems scary and it just seems like, not fun. Acid too. I mean, if you were like describe, but that's the thing. Like, if you describe other drugs to people, I don't think it would like acid doesn't sound on paper fun.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
but
I just feel like obviously I know a bunch of people that have had bad experiences on acid, but I at least hear that like the trips and there's the people who have had good ones, but like none with ketamine. And I don't know, acid. I'm too scared to take acid. Like it seemed.
You've never done it.
Well, I mean, no, I've never done it. And obviously, I have a friend like you who's like trip balls for it. I had another friend who said he took out a knife and put it to his throat and was gonna kill himself. So like, I don't want to be the guy who takes acid one time and jumps out my fucking balcony and breaks my legs. Some shit like that. I don't know.
Come on, dude. You got to live to tell the tale.
Maybe this winter you can crash here and we'll lock ourselves in here and take ketamine and acid.
You got to live a little to die a little, bro. No, I'm kidding. It's good. I mean, it's fine. It's like, it's good to do, I think, once for sure. To be like, oh, it's like see whatever the hype's all about.
Like mushrooms or like
I love shrooms, dude. I do shrooms a lot.
What's the difference between like that and like acid? Acid's obviously way more extreme, right?
I feel like the difference for me is like shrooms. It's easier for me to take less of it.
Yeah.
Where acid's like I don't know. I'm like
it's a guessing game because you just get that tab,
like,
right?
It's like a little rip in the paper, or like I've had liquid bottles of acid of like little eye drop bottles, and then you're like, all right, I took one drop, and then it did nothing for me. I felt weird for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, well that was trash.
Yeah, and
then I do a drop again or a drop and a half, and it's the hardest I've ever tripped, and that's whenever I got kicked out of that girl's house.
Yeah, that's
so it's
scary.
like I don't know what I don't know where shrooms like it's physical. It's like you got two little stems or mushroom caps.
There's sizes of them.
Then you're like, all right, I'll take a little stem, I'll take a cap, and then boom, you know.
That's fair.
You're looking at birds a little too long. That's about it. That's about it, dude. I'm like, look, what's this guy doing over here? Like walking? What they do? Dude, bopping his head.
Yeah. That's I think the scare like that about like cocaine and acid. What makes those two scary is like acid, like you said, the difference in that like you can't measure it. Like you said, you took a drop and a half versus a drop, and you went from nothing to the trip of your life.
Yeah.
And like cocaine, I mean, you get like a tiny bit of fentanyl and you're dead. Like, you know, I mean, we know so many comics and people and stuff that have OD'd off it. Whereas like it is like that with other stuff, but other drugs aren't as crazy. I mean, like weed, edibles on weed are sometimes hard to measure. Obviously nothing like cocaine or ketamine or acid, but I mean, there's things that it's like, this is a 10 milligram edible, and then it's like, this is 100, and like the 10 milligram edible sends you to like the shadow realm, and the 100, you're like, I don't feel anything. It's very hit or miss. Like I don't understand those people who they're like, yeah, like my thing is I just take edibles and I go out, and I'm like, you just hope that this one is accurate with its, like, I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've taken wild edibles before. I mean, I remember I was given this edible one time, and it was from a friend. He was like a chef or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like culinary guy.
Yeah.
And so he like it was this little cake ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a red velvet cake ball.
Yeah.
And I remember like splitting it into thirds because I was like, I don't know what this is. It's just like some guys like, it's great, you know. Like,
yeah.
All right, cool, man. But I don't know like what the dosage is or anything. So I just took it in threes. And I mean, I remember eating the first third, and I'm like, this is the best like red velvet cake ball I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. Didn't taste like anything like weed.
That's so fire that it just
so I like ate it, and I'm like, I felt like I was like, I'm gypped.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. I'm like, yeah, it's so great. Probably like tastes amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Culinary guy, but maybe it was like not strong, you know, whatever. And then like 30 minutes go by, and I'm just like fucking staring in the mirror. My eyes are fucking like swollen and red.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh, like, and for some reason, edibles for me, no matter if it, because I lived in LA for a while, so I did a lot of different weed products out there, and so I even worked like selling weed and delivering weed, and I mean sativa or indica. I feel like sativa, no matter what the edible is, like if it's sativa or indica, I just fall asleep. It puts me.
Sativa does?
This edibles. It's
oh,
just
yeah.
edibles in general.
Edibles
they just like
are
make me tired.
Yeah. Like the difference between like an edible and a weed is like weed, you can like smoke it and you can go like function. An edible, like if you take an edible, whatever room you take it in, you should just plan on staying in that room.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a functioning member of society.
So the first time I tripped acid, I was at a Voodoo Fest in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And so Friday night, it was Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And I did ecstasy for the first time that night. And I did it late. I didn't know that ecstasy you got to take like pretty early in the day or something.
Oh, really? I've never taken it. So
earlier. Like
like you can't take it like how early?
You don't want it at like 9. I took it at like 9.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. I've never done ecstasy, and I would have been like, I don't think you should take it that late.
Yeah, and I just never slept. I just didn't sleep. Unless you want to party all night. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's why, people that take ecstasy want to fucking, stay up till 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to do that because there was another day, whole weekend
it's a festival.
Yeah, so, we crashed at like it's like I just remember being in this hotel I was sharing with like 4 other friends.
Yeah.
And I just remember like me and my buddy were just like, at one point we're both like, we're not tired at all. It's like 4 a.m. We're just like in the hotel. Like I'm wide awake. Like I can't even like whenever you're like tired, your eyelids are like heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my eyelids were like lightning fast. Dude, I could blink no problem.
Oh god.
I'm like, dude, I'm so awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, we gotta wake. We have the fucking festival at like 10, and so we sleep for maybe an hour or 2.
Yeah.
And then I get to the festival Saturday, and I get there around like 11 a.m. Meet up with some friends, drop acid, and just trip for 12 hours. Dude.
Oh, wow. How tired were you on Sunday, dude?
It was funny, though, because dude, it was kind of funny. Like, it was like Voodoo Fest during Halloween.
Yeah.
And so everybody is like in costume and shit. And I went as like the laziest. Because everybody was like, let's do it. Kind of girls with that time wanted to like dress up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to go as Peter Parker. Which is like the easiest Halloween costume ever. You just get some like fucking Spider-Man shirt or whatever. And I had like a Spider-Man hoodie or some shit. It was just like dumb.
Yeah.
And So, like, I'm on acid, but, dude, like, acid kicks, and I'm like, oh, I am Peter Parker. Dude. I'm, like, fighting crime in my fucking head, dude. I see evil all around me. I see these people dressed up like warlocks and ghouls. I'm like, oh, no. They're not coming into my fucking head.
That's hilarious.
I'm fucking, like, saving the world, dude. And it was so funny because, like, yeah, dude, it was just hilarious because just the whole time people were walking up to me, they're like, "Oh, dude, like, who are you supposed to be?" I'm like, "I'm Peter Parker on acid."
That's funny as fuck.
It was wild, dude.
Yeah,
it was so funny though, because like after that weekend, I just remember like, I don't know, it was weird that like how acid affects your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time I did it, I was like, "Oh, I'm like." It like made me realize shit where I was like, oh, I want to take chances in life. I don't want to just be some fucking run of the mill,
like just living a normal life,
9 to 5 or.
That's cool though that like something came out of it, like a vision or like a trip. Like you learned something during your trip, which is cool.
And I think that's the way you should do it. I mean, I don't know if you should do it at a music festival every time because that was pretty intense, but it was. I mean, I remember at one point I was like. I just like turned to my friend, like the girl I was with, and I just started like laughing hysterically so hard I was like rolling on the ground in front of like everyone. Oh my god,
dude, you like the Joker and shit.
No, dude, I was like coming. Like it was like someone texted me. They were like, at one point they were like, "How's acid?" I'm like, I feel like I'm coming the whole time. I mean, it was like ecstasy at one point where I just felt like pure bliss, and yeah, dude. I mean, nothing's harder than that first trip.
Yeah.
So it's like you definitely want to live up your first trip. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste it on like some shitty party or something. You don't
want to take it some lame ass spot.
No,
I get
you want to have fun, dude. You want to live it up to the max. You want to be around people that you love and that are also on acid.
Yeah, dude. The whole staying awake thing is it's always funny to see people when they're on like cocaine or ecstasy and they can't sleep like that because it's just like another gear. Like we went to like Vegas during the pandemic. We just rented like an Airbnb and stayed off the strip and. Like one of my buddies was like, doing coke and stuff. And then I was like drinking on the couch. It was like 4 a.m. and it was kind of like the end of the night. Like I'm like, barely awake. And he comes downstairs like in like a sweatshirt and shorts. And he's like, we're like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I'm going to go on a jog right now. And he went and ran a fucking 5K like right then and then 3 miles, just repped it out.
Who are you, David Goggins? Dude? This motherfucker's up.
Came back like an hour later from the run, like super sweaty, but with a bag filled with like snacks, alcohol, and like more shit. And he like started waking people up at like 6 a.m. Like, who wants to? We're like, dude, get the fuck away from us. What's your problem?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that shit's insane, dude. To see people just, I don't know. I always like the cocaine people. It looks like they're always trying to like bite their fucking ears. Like there's always something with their fucking jaw. Like
well,
this,
yeah,
right?
That's why even on acid, dude, I have to like chew gum or something while I'm on it because you just like you grind your fucking teeth because it's just so intense.
That's crazy. Yeah, I get how that's kind of scary. Like if you
it's wild.
Yeah,
dude.
like seeing if you know someone's on a drug, you're like, oh, they're on a drug. But seeing a person that you don't know on drugs doing that, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with that person?
Yeah, and they don't even realize how good they feel. I'm
yeah,
like, nah, dude, I feel great, bro. You don't even get it.
That's
it was funny though, dude. I mean, I've had a couple of wild experiences on acid. I don't want to fucking talk about drugs all the time.
Yeah.
This is really pathetic. I mean, I'm like, I'm homeless on a podcast, and someone's talking about drugs all the time. Yeah, this is fucking
being
pathetic.
homeless, fucking in your house/car, and doing a lot of drugs.
And that's all I have to talk about.
There's definitely like someone's listening right now. They're like, well, no wonder he's homeless. Look at all the choices he makes.
Yeah.
Do you believe in aliens?
We went from drugs to aliens.
It's like that's not that big of a jump.
No, of course not. It's actually in the it's like neighbors. In the same ballpark, dude.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Yeah, I do. And honestly, like the more they like come out, the less I care about it. It's kind of funny. I'm like,
it is.
All right, another like UFO come. I'm like, cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, dude, it'd take like even if like a UFO landed, people got video of it landing, and then it flew away. I'd be like, all right, well, didn't see the fucking alien. I'm still like not like I want to see a fucking alien.
Until that motherfucker's on the Joe Rogan Experience talking about his planet, I just don't care. You know?
No, yeah. I mean, until we don't get like human to alien contact, I'm not really that like
You just
that
don't
thrilled about it.
Dude, because there's like, if you think about it, when you look at like our lifetime on the grand scheme of like life itself, we might just die before aliens ever come in contact. Think about how long it take for us to just be like, there are aliens. Like I don't know if in 40 years that we'll just like that it'll be. I don't know. I guess
I don't know. They're saying that they're saying that there might not be even. It might not even be physical creatures. It might just be sophisticated AI, humanoid,
That's
robot,
wild.
whatever.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, it might not even be. It might be just drones. Like all these UFOs, they might not even. They're not in them. You know, it's not like they're fucking flying
They're like,
around.
they're like, like basically you said a drone. Like we can
just
fucking drone strike people with no one in it.
Yeah.
Like they can. That's crazy. I brought it up because did you see that Demi Lovato said aliens is an offensive term to
I
aliens
tweeted.
extra.
I saw that. I tweeted about it because I've been kind of on Demi's case for a while, just because she, did a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And then she made a documentary about her drug use, and then she started singing to aliens. That was a thing.
Yeah.
And then now she's making a documentary about aliens. So I think it's safe to say she's on drugs again. She's definitely back on drugs. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, when she said
so look out for the next drug doc from Demi.
She's crazy. Yeah, I tweeted out. I think I said I was like, opioids are an offensive term to heroin, Demi. Like that bitch is. It just is weird. It's like even if it's not drugs, like she's gone off the fucking deep end with whatever.
This is what happened. So she's just gotten so famous. Mm-hmm. She's obviously a little kooky.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, but she's obsessed with herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a narcissist, which most famous people are. And she got into the documentary business because she made that first documentary about herself, about her tour and all that crap. And then they realized, I'm sure all of her, that's the other thing. She's not making all these decisions either. It's all these other people that work for her. They're
of course.
How can we make money off this bitch?
Yeah.
And so then they're like, oh, wow, this documentary that she made about her tour or whatever did well. Mm-hmm. All right, well, she has a drug problem. Maybe we can make a documentary about her drug use and like her rehab.
That's weird.
And then boom, dude, she's making money off those.
Didn't she relapse though already again, or is the filming like of her second time getting sober? Because she got
it's her
sober.
Second time. She's had a couple docs. She has had 2 documentaries about her drug use, drug life.
Yeah.
So she's making money off of all these things, which everyone then like throws. It's like a giant pity party of like, look at me, I'm going through all this shit. I'm gonna film all about it and like document it all. Yeah. For money.
Yeah. You can only feel so bad, like, because here's the thing, I have like other family members and people that I know that are addicts and have struggled with addiction.
Yeah, same.
And here was the cool part. None of them got to make a multi-million documentary. They just had to eat that shit and get sober or let the addiction consume them. Like, that was their thing. And this bitch is like, how am I supposed to watch this and feel bad for you when, like, the underlying fact is you got so much more rich off having a drug problem. Congrats. Yeah, I do heroin for a couple $1 million.
Well, no, it just makes her whole issue less like
serious.
It just makes me feel less bad. It's like, just like, now you're documenting it and you're gonna release it. Like what? Like what the fuck? And it's like people don't see that. They don't see that. It's like a business move. Yeah. She's turning her like life's tragedies and then some people are like, oh well, she's like raising awareness, whatever. I'm like, okay, she's raising awareness by what? By literally fueling her own fire, by being addicted to stuff, and then like, literally the whole time people are filming shit. Like they have like her like in rehab or whatever, people filming it. Like it's just weird. It's
That's like counterproductive. You're not getting the real rehab. You're not doing any of that.
Yeah, and it's just odd, and it just seems like really like a pitied me thing, and then it seems kind of like a weird like. I don't know.
It's disingenuous, like fake.
It's like
almost.
In the same way of like filming you doing charity or something.
Yeah,
where
like
it's
you handing the money to the homeless man.
It's like you're doing this weird transaction where it's like, okay, yeah, you're raising awareness, I guess, but it's also like a look at me, I'm going through this. Mm-hmm. Love me, give me money, give me like it's just this weird like it's just gross behavior.
Yeah,
and then now she's doing it with it's just like clout chasing, trying to
she just
remain
wants to be relevant. She wants
relevant
to be talked
and
about in the
famous, and so then you're gonna
tabloids.
say this crazy shit about the alien thing, so then you can promote your fucking alien documentary, dude. Because she's in the documentary gang now. It's just annoying. It's like these
That's
people,
corny. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that side of it. I just saw that she was like her, the videos of her talking about how it was offensive and shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just annoying to follow. And then she's like, she came out as like non-binary, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
I don't know.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it always everything she does doesn't. It feels disingenuous. Like it doesn't feel like
seem real.
It doesn't feel like she's actually non-binary. It doesn't feel like she actually finds the term alien offensive. I literally don't know how you could.
It's just to stay popular. Oh,
well,
you're gonna. It just seems so.
Think about it. That's like the most white person shit she could do because the aliens didn't say it was offensive.
Yeah.
This virtue signaling bitch who's never met an alien, never spoke to one, is gonna proclaim that it's offensive for her own self. Like that's like the whitest shit.
Is she not Latina? I thought she was.
I
Latina.
don't know. She's white for that. She gets the half white card. I'm gonna look up what race she is.
Also, I mean, the Spaniards kind of, they weren't really great either. So I don't know. They did a lot of fucked up shit too. So.
She's Mexican, Irish, and Italian. So she's half Mexican and then half the whitest shit possible. Not great.
Three trashiest fucking. Yeah, you mean she's an alcoholic?
Yeah. All she needs is a little indigenous people in there.
No wonder she has a drug problem, for fuck's sake.
Oh, poor Demi Lovato. I actually don't feel bad for her. I don't like her new haircut either.
But she's rich.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, it's like everyone like like they give her sympathy, and like it's a weird thing to give like famous rich people sympathy. It's like, dude, they have enough money to literally like stop everything they're doing, go to an island, hire a fucking personal trainer, fucking fitness guru, fucking therapist, all this shit, and house them on the island with her. Have fucking crew and staff, family, friends. Living the best life for a month to recoup, rehab, to get back on her feet.
A vacation.
Literally just to restart, refresh her like mentality, whatever she needs. They all have the money to do all of that shit for a year. They could do that for a whole year, bro. They're loaded.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's like, come on, man. It's just, I'm over that, dude.
I feel it. No, it's annoying, and it's just like
and people are people. Rich people. They used to have a billboard in LA, which I thought was funny.
Yeah,
they had a billboard in LA that said "Billionaires are humans too," or something like that. I'm like, come on, bro.
So dumb.
That's such an LA like.
I know mindset.
Well, it's like just such an LA cause to have on a billboard. Like, rich people are humans too. And it's like, okay, go back to your fucking mansion in Beverly Hills.
You could pay for this billboard. I don't know. Yeah, I heard a comic the other day. He said it, and it was pretty good. And he was just like, rich people have money to be depressed. Like, he's like, not all of you are depressed. Some of you just have money to afford a therapist who will tell you you're depressed. Like, you're not actually depressed. You're just... Like it's money.
It's weird whenever people have therapists, dude. Whenever people are like they're this whole therapy thing, it's like a weird. Like I've dated a couple women that are like, you should like talk to a therapist, or like because I like tell them about like my my fucking family and my lunatic fucking mom, and dad, and it's just kind of like, yeah, but also isn't it like good to just find other people that you can meet in your life that will help you through things?
100%.
Isn't that good too?
Yeah.
Why do I need to go somewhere to pay someone to whatever? And like people will fight me on that, and I get it. And they're like, "Oh no, therapist is good." I agree, but I think everyone having a therapist is not real. I don't think everyone. I think there's people that really desperately need therapy, and then there's people that are like, you just need to talk to more people. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
You need to get more friends.
Because it's like everyone gets sad. Everyone has those moments where they feel sad for no reason. That's not always depression. Like, that's just having emotions.
Well, and I've talked to therapists before, and they never make me feel better. What makes me feel better all the time is like talking to an old friend or like hanging out with an old like buddy or cousin or something that I haven't talked to in a while, and then like laughing about the past and just fucking. I always come out of that feeling way better than any like some stranger that's like picking my brain. Like it does nothing for me.
No, I know what you mean, because I recently checked out therapy because my insurance was hilarious too. My insurance was like, we'll offer you 3 meetings and then that's it. And it's like, oh, so like it's third time's the charm, or I'm like fucked up forever, which is like a hilarious concept. But I did 2 sessions and the guy was just like, I don't really see a need for a third. Like you seem to like understand stuff well and you don't have like any major problems. So like, unless you just want to talk to someone, there's not a point for a third one. And it's like, yeah, so like I could just go, if I'm having a problem, I can go talk to you about it, or my girlfriend, or like Galen, or anyone else, and not pay them hundreds of dollars an hour. That's
and they also live in your apartment.
Yeah,
so it's
like, yeah, exactly.
It's also pretty
convenient.
You don't have to go anywhere.
and I would respect there's therapy that like I respect it, but it's the thing that it's like a lot of it. It's like $130, $200 for a half hour. Mm-hmm. And it's like, are you really into helping people or making money? Like it doesn't make it. That's the part where I get weird, where I'm like, how is this shit so expensive if it's supposed to be so helpful for us?
Yeah. I mean, it's like every time I do, and it's just what I also don't like is the people that do therapy and they're all it seems so pretentious about it. Or it's like, oh, I have a therapist.
People can do it like it's like the going keto or vegan. Like it's all they want to talk about, and they think for some reason they're better because it's their like flavor of the month thing to do.
Well, it's because they're already invested in something that's quote unquote working for them.
Yeah, I get it though. I respect it. It's just like what you were saying. I don't think everyone needs a therapist, or like there's people that do, and there's clearly people that don't. Happy Netflix walkout day. When we're recording this, they're walking out to fight the evil man, Dave Chappelle, and all the terrible things that he said.
Yeah, there was a lot of even comics I like talked to that were like, it's weird. There's like a lot of comics I see online and also that I've talked to that were like, I just don't think some of the things he said were funny. Which is like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I get that you don't think everything he said was funny, but that should be the case for most stand-ups that you see, because it's kind of like you might not think everything other things people say are funny, but it's like you can't watch that and go, oh, what he's doing isn't funny, and then because then you're not really watching it, because it's literally a fucking theater full of people laughing. So it's like, I don't know what you're
exactly. And I hate too that like for some reason a joke, if it's funny and toes the line, completely okay. But if it's quote unquote not funny and tones the line, now it's evil and malicious and hateful. And it's like, yo, if that punchline is tweaked just a little different and makes you laugh, it's no longer super offensive and crude. Like, humor is subjective of what we find funny. And the thing is humor's been around forever, dude. Not like that's why knock knock jokes were like the fucking hit shit when they first came out, whenever that was. But if you told a knock joke on
dude, a lot of it's white people, man.
No, that's what I mean. It's white people that are offended.
It's like it's funny, like even like the more woke, like there's woke black people that honestly don't give a fucking rat's ass about trans rights, and like they're like, hey, we get it, y'all got problems, but so do we.
Yeah, we've had it.
Like we're like we got enough on our hands. All right, we're not gonna like, so they don't really like. It's not like they're like calling for action for like whatever the fuck Dave's joking about on stage. They're like, he's fucking around.
Yeah.
So like they can even like progressive people of color can also make that differentiation, but it seems like just like white people that are like, that are really in that corner of like, you can't say anything about this group, you can't say anything about that group, and then they're gonna point the finger at a black guy who's been working on this craft for 30 years and be like, he's wrong, he's not funny.
And when he's
like, what's like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking
about?
Dude,
one of the greatest of all times. He stood up for performers, was like, went to Africa and then was told that he was addicted to crack, like was slandered, like received all that. made strides and bounds for like comedians and like performers of color, and then people are like, he's a bigot and he's hateful. And I swear to God, most people who are offended haven't seen the special, because he very clearly addresses that he understands it's a sensitive subject. But I thought, whether you found it funny or not, the way he talked about the stuff wasn't just mean. Like it was just a different viewpoint. It was a smart viewpoint that people are.
And it was a funny one.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was hilarious.
It was just like it's something you would say pretty much with any group as a roast.
Yeah,
or whatever. Like, which is what comedy? You're just making fun of something, talking shit, and yeah, people just don't like that. I guess some people, weirdos.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's just weird because it's like, I don't know. It's just like I don't know what their what's the achievement of this goal? Like, because ironically, all you're doing is just making Dave Chappelle more famous. That's all these people are doing. No, what's going to come out of this Netflix walkout and all this is going to be nothing positive for trans rights at all.
No.
In fact, only negative, because you're going to have people that are fans and see that this wasn't offensive, and they're going to be like, what are you talking about? You're going to have people that just ride for Dave Chappelle. And you're also now going to make, like, the trans and like gay community is not very well accepted in communities of color. Like they don't like gay people as much. Like white people are a little more accepting of it, even just like jokingly with the gay shit. Like you can't do that as much with people of color. So now you're just you're basically giving people a choice of like trans rights or like people of color, and and these people of color are gonna side with Dave Chappelle and that, even if they don't know it. So for me, I feel like, if anything, they're only making it more negative, and more people are like, trans people want too much, or this is ridiculous, or like you're only fueling that crowd that like looks at that group and disparages them. It's not.
Yeah, of course. No,
I don't see it as a positive action, which I'm not disparaging that group. I hope they have all equal and fair rights, but it's not the same. Like, you're not doing this the right way. You're not doing this, like, I'm not saying there's a correct way, and I know I'm a white dude.
Well, what's weird is that it's made up sides, where they're like, oh, it's like this side is woke and that side's hateful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like there's so much in between.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much just in between there where, like I said, like, I mean, I've like dated like a black lady who's like really well read on like all the like civil rights stuff and all the injustices of black people nowadays, and like very progressive, very like a liberal person.
Mm-hmm.
But then they watch Dave Chappelle and they think that what like his point of view is funny.
Yeah. And
so it's like, you know, there's some people that just can take a joke and then they still have like opinions of like love everyone and everyone's whatever, everyone should be equal, all that. But it's like you can still take a joke though.
Yeah.
So there's like this weird like in between too, where people just don't. There's also like Republican people that like love and accept everyone, think being gay is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like this weird thing where people like are like, no, you're this and you're against these people, or if you have that opinion, you believe all of these things, and you're against all of these. It's just so like
it's weird.
It's insane. They're just trying to put every single human being into a box.
Yeah, no, it's
insane.
You're right. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hilarious because like we're recording this on Wednesday, October 20th, and this won't be out till Wednesday, October 27th.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that no one cares about this Dave Chappelle anything. There's no repercussions. This walkout did nothing in 7 days. Like, that's how quickly that by the time this comes out, people might just not give a fuck anymore, which is how society kind of seems to work with social issues.
No, of course. Yeah, it's just kind of burn and churn. Any kind of event, any kind of terrible thing that happens, which he's talked about on stage.
He's too smart to act like he's just up there saying stupid, hateful shit. All right, we're gonna move into. I got a couple would you rathers for you. We're gonna run through those right now into that part. So, moving into the would you rather segment. Would you rather only wear shirts 2 sizes too big? Ugh, my bad. Or 1 size too small. So, what size shirt are you right now?
Large.
So would you rather wear mediums or double XLs? And I'm an XL, so it'd be
double XL all day.
Double XL all day, dude.
Yeah, because I could shrink it.
I guess that's true. Okay, let's say you can't shrink it. Like they're 78% polyester.
I could pull off a double XL better than a medium, I think.
Yeah,
A medium would look weird. It just would be. If I lift my arms
up, right?
It comes up.
Yeah.
So double XL, I feel like I could pull off. It would just be like that long shirt look.
The old 2000s look. You need some baggy jeans and a baggy white shirt.
Or I could just go like super like modern day with it, where just the fucking.
You look like someone's girlfriend with the long T-shirt down to your knees, or
no,
whatever.
you know those dudes that have those long tees.
Yeah. The extendo tees. Yeah, they go to like their fucking kneecaps and
dude.
Shit. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, yeah, you could just
like
wear that.
Fucking Kanye every day.
Did you see that shit of Kanye walking around with the weird white mask on his face? That shit was terrifying.
Very odd. What did he look like though? He looked like the thing and the Fantastic Four.
He does, yeah.
That guy, like when he's like in like the skies.
Like he painted himself white to be hidden. Like no one will see that I'm an orange rock man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the too big. For me, it'd be a triple XL T-shirt, because I wear XLs. So, but I would like you said, I'd be too self-conscious with the large, like pulling my shirt up, my stomach sticking out, like it would look so tight on my like upper body too. So I'm definitely gonna go with I'll wear the baggier clothes over looking. The only way you could wear the shorter stuff is if I was like a twink gay man, and I'd be like, yes, queen, make it shorter, you know?
Yeah, if you were Galen, that would work.
Yeah. Galen's like, they don't make a shirt smaller than an extra small. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Would you rather spend 6 months in prison or be 6 feet under in a coffin and you got to dig your way out?
Wait, what was the first part?
6 months in prison.
6 months in prison or
6 feet. They'll lower you down in there and you got to dig your way out.
Dude, I'd do 6 months in prison all day.
Being dug under would be terrible. And the stipulation that the Would You Rather did say is that, like, you're placed in the coffin, they put the dirt over you, and then you got to get out. And if you die, you restart in the coffin, and you got to dig again. So, like...
Yeah, no, 6 months for me.
Yeah, I'm doing 6 months, minding my own business, trying not to get raped.
Yeah, I'll just have to figure out the whole rape part. But
yeah. Dude, I won't shower for 6 months. I don't give a fuck. Like...
6 months, no showering? I don't know. That'll ruin you. I think that'll change your life. But I think...
More than getting fucked in the ass? Forcefully by a large man.
That's probably true. Yeah. No.
I'll take whatever problems come from the.
We were looking at the game's dick last night. I don't think if it was anything close to the game's dick. I mean, yeah, that would.
You'll die. You'll literally die. Yeah, that shit is.
You will be 6 feet underground after that. You'd be fucking dead.
He needs to register that as a lethal weapon. It's so large. Insane. Yeah, I'm gonna go prison with you too. The whole being buried alive thing is fucking terrifying. Not ever something I want to happen. Would you rather never be able to sit on the toilet again or never be able to sleep in a bed again? This one's a little easier for you. You frequently don't sleep in beds. I feel like in the long run, the toilet one is the easier one, though.
Yeah, I could figure out how to shit.
You just got to do like the squat shit. Like, you ever taken a shit in a bathroom where there's so much piss on the toilet so you can't clean it? Or there's like toilet paper with piss on it, and you're like,
I've shit in a porta potty before.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Just those, you get some buff.
I've shit outdoors before.
Yeah.
I would shit outdoors as a kid a lot, and I got caught. Yeah, I was like 6 years old, and I would just get. I was like, because I would always piss outside because we lived right by woods.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so I was like, I'd always piss outside. And then one time I was like playing outside and I'm like, damn, I got to shit. I'm like, I'm just going to shit outside. So then I just like went behind a tree and like took a huge dump. But it was like, it was funny because it like scared me. Like it like shocked me.
The way it came out of you startled you?
No, just like whenever I saw it on the ground, I'm like, holy shit. Like I've never seen a shit out of water. You know what I mean? So I was like, just staring at it. I'm like, God.
That shit smells immediately. That water does magic.
It's huge. I'm like, whoa. You know? And then, my mom found the shit and she immediately knew it was like human shit.
Yeah, that doesn't look like fucking
why the
elk
fuck
shit.
are you shitting in the yard? She's like, that's illegal. Like, police will come get you. And I was
you get arrested for that? I guess that makes sense. It was
funny because I was like 6. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get arrested? I thought I was going to go to jail for
just
shitting.
Scared of shitting in public your whole life.
Outside.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the not sleeping in a bed would suck ass. Like eventually. Like I know I don't know. It just would so much worse. you spend 8 hours a night on a bed. I've never spent 8 hours on a toilet, like in one day ever.
No, yeah.
So it's just not the same.
That's true, yeah.
All right, last would you rather. If you were still in school, would you rather have a 3-day weekend start on Fridays or Mondays? What do you think is the better 3-day weekend? Like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Oh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think so, too.
Football, dude.
Yeah.
Got to watch a Sunday chill, Sunday football.
Yeah, it is nice. When you have that Monday off, you feel like you need to go do shit. Because it's like you have that, because you have that extra day. But there's something nice about, like, even though, like, you have a whole Friday off, that means you can go out Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night if you really want to.
Yeah.
And relax Sunday. Because I think, like, once you get out of, obviously, I mean, in high school and elementary school, maybe it's a little different. But once you're in college, like, Thursday night is a college Friday night. Like, that would be fucking clutch to never have class or anything on Fridays.
Yeah. And some people want to go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, that too.
Yikes. I couldn't imagine going to church again. I had to go to church.
Yeah,
like
same,
as a
of
kid.
course.
Not because of my parents. It was like when I went to Catholic school for a little while.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like my parents made me go to Catholic school for a while. Just because like Catholic schools in Louisiana are the better schools.
Yeah.
Like the public schools are just like absolute trash.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to go here anymore. Like, this place sucks.
I can't imagine going to a Catholic school.
Maybe cut your hair and just like do all kinds of weird shit. Like
uniforms?
they'd make like girls like get on their knees and like measure their fucking like. I'm like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, that's some psychopath.
I gotta
shit.
go.
Did you have to wear uniforms?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Terrible. Khaki, dude. It was khaki pants, khaki shirt, brown shoes.
Ew.
He was a prisoner. He looked like a prisoner.
Ew, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Could you wear shorts or no?
No. I never wore
That's
shirts.
foul.
Like that.
That's foul. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. That's shitty. Making you dress up like a UPS worker.
Yeah, it really
and
was,
shit.
dude.
Fuck that.
Straight up UPS. But it was like a light. Yeah, it was just terrible. And then like, I just remember it being so hot. There was no grass on the playground. It was all brick.
Oh. You literally went to prison for school. What the fuck? That sounds terrible.
God awful. I know. And I got raped a couple times. So it's really... Those priests are brutal. Now, but what was I going to say? Oh, speaking of prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
And I have a cousin who's an absolute certified crazy person.
Yeah.
He's had a rough life. It's really no fault of his own. His mom's also insane, unstable. I don't talk to her anymore. 'Cause she's like hit me a couple times, like
yeah, what the fuck?
Older. Like I was like 20. And like
yeah,
she was like yelling at my grandma in her face, and I got in her face, told her to stop yelling at my grandma, and then she just started fucking slapping me in the face. And like threatened her boyfriend that he would kill me and all shit. Which is crazy. He just died of heroin recently. So
oh shit.
Yeah. So
killed the wrong person, dude.
Yeah. So that
fucking idiot.
That threat isn't that threat isn't valid anymore.
When you step foot in Louisiana, you just gotta go walk and slap that bitch.
Yeah.
No one can protect you now.
Well, it was crazy because like we stopped talking, right? Because she like hit me and shit, and then I was like, fuck her. Like I hope she dies. And then she got stage 4 cancer like a year later.
Ooh.
Yeah, and didn't die though. Fucking beat that shit.
Beat stage 4?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
insane, right?
Yeah, I gotta go pray to a god, and God's letting good people die of stage 1 cancer, and this bitch survives stage 4.
Oh yeah, and she's a terrible person.
Such bullshit, dude.
Yeah, she's a fucking psycho. And then she's like punched my dad before, like in the face. Like she's like a lunatic, like dude, crazy. And gotten crazy altercations with her boyfriend and shit in front of my cousin who's the insane kid.
Yeah.
And so this kid is certified crazy now.
Yeah.
I mean, he always was wild.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember one time he was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And I brought my girlfriend over to my house and he was there. And he was just like, "Ooh, you're sexy." Like said that to my girlfriend at 3 years old.
What the
and we were just
fuck?
like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know that word?
Yeah, what the hell?
3. He just learned how to talk.
How old is this kid now?
He's 13, I think.
Okay.
But he's fuck, man. He's Fuck, I mean, he's like off the deep end, dude. Like, he's been selling weed, doing all kinds of wild shit. He's like 14,
Yeah,
just
what the
selling
hell?
weed. He's like going to the hood every day, across the street, just fucking like across the railroad tracks in his town, just fucking going over there, hanging out with these thugs. At 14, running weed everywhere. He's been in juvie already. He fucking shot up a kid with a BB gun. And so and like the mom pressed charges.
Yeah.
And so now he's I mean he's done all kinds of wild shit, dude. This last time my family was evacuated for the hurricane, and they're at my uncle's house, and my brother and him got in a fight, and they're both like teenagers.
Yeah.
They both got in a fight, and my cousin pulled a knife on my brother and like held it up to his fucking throat and shit.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy.
Insane, dude. And so my mom just told me that they're sending him to a ranch in Texas, apparently. And it's like some boy. I was like, she was like, yeah, it's some boy's ranch. I was like, boy, like what the fuck are you talking? Oh, like, what does that mean? She's like, yeah, there's gonna be 2 guys coming to his house in a van and picking him up. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like scared straight shit.
This motherfucker off, bro.
It's like
they were
scared straight shit. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get these 2 guys, just like these fucking 2 random men, to bust down their door and fucking take him away.
I like that they're not taking him to prison. He's gonna wake up on a ranch. The fuck,
dude? It's like Squid Game.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, this is so crazy.
That's something you wish you could get a video of or see. Like
oh man, I would kill to see that reaction. He's gonna lose his mind,
dude. He's gonna stab these guys.
Apparently, like his mom calls the police on him all the time because he's constantly like vandalizing the house, stealing the car, threatening to kill her, threatening her with a knife and everything. Bro. So yeah, he's out of his mind.
Damn, fool belongs in Florida. He sounds like a
dude.
Stereotypical Florida man right there.
Yeah, it's just the Florida man in the making.
That's crazy shit, though. That's for real.
Yeah, man. He's
wild.
He's out of control. But a lot of my family's like that, though, dude. We got a lot of my cousins are just weird. My aunt's weird. I got a couple aunts that are fucking insane.
I got my family's weird, but I got the California weird. Like I got the non-binary, pansexual, genderless cousin.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got the other one that's like a liberal writer for newspapers up in fucking what's that place with Berkeley, yeah, Berkeley up
and
there.
And you moved to Texas. You love sports and
I know.
baseball. You're just a fucking cis male trash.
Yeah. And my cousin went to Stanford and knows 3 languages. Wow. I'm the idiot of the family, which is fucking
clearly
awesome. My other cousin builds computers with his hand. I'm like, I smash people with my forehead and I'm strong. And they're like, all right, go tell your jokes in Texas, you fucking retard.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I had an uncle.
Yeah.
Who had before he was my uncle, he dated my grandma for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then he dated her daughter just a couple years later.
Wow. What a savage.
Yeah.
What a savage.
and then he was 30 years older than her.
Ew.
Yeah, so he was 68 and she was
he went
35.
from such a cool guy to such a creep in my
Yeah.
head.
Just real quick.
I was like, what
right?
a sick dude. And I was like, that guy's gross. What the fuck?
And he had a po' boy shop. That was his thing. He had one of them. They were called the Gator Stop. And
so Louisiana.
I know, it's so great. And so he had they'd make bread in house, in the fucking gas station and shit. They were fire po' boys, dude.
That sounds good.
Amazing. And they'd have shrimp po' boys, roast beef, the whole thing. So good. But yeah, he yeah. Aside from that, he also was slinging dick on in my family.
Jesus.
So he married my aunt, and she was 35, I think, or 34, and he was 68. They had a kid.
Surprised he didn't molest them.
No, they had twins. Dude had fucking twins at 70, bro.
Oh, dude, what a strong set of swimmers. Woo! Good for him. Yeah.
Those golden nuts.
Yeah. 70?
My God.
I wonder if he meant to, or do you think he was just at like 70, like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah,
like, what are the odds?
God! Yeah, he already had other kids with other women. So,
okay.
But he had my cousins who they're literally my age. So I would always be there at their house. And, I fucking love their house because he had a gas station. So we'd go over to the gas station. We'd always get like free shit from the gas station. Get fucking free po' boys and shit. And just go back to the house and grub. And dude, so he got worse. He got like sick. He had his like trachea removed or throat removed, whatever. And he would like talk out of the box because he like smoked cigs till he was 12. Since he was 12, so he would like sound like that. And I couldn't even understand what he was saying. Like they could only understand for a while.
You needed like a translator.
For a while, they were the only ones that I couldn't understand what he was saying because it was just so bad.
Yeah,
and he was old, so he like gave up the my aunt like left him, moved to Texas, married a Mexican guy, and so like it was just my cousins at like 12 living with like a dying 75-year-old
robot, dude, half cyborg, man.
Yeah, he was like 80.
Jesus.
Yeah, because they were like 12 at the time, and so like it was funny because like the whole gas station closed down, and so then they just had their whole inventory of the gas station in their house. So we would every time I'd go over, dude, it's just like every cabinet just full of every kind of chips, every kind of candy bar, Kit Kat, dude, like just fucking stacks of everything. You pull out soda cans, like just cases.
Hella, that's
stacked. And then they were like, hidden in one of the other rooms was just all the tobacco products. That's what they started smoking cigarettes, and I was like trying to like doing cigarettes at 13, 14.
Fuck.
And they had like dip and everything, bro. Chew, everything you could possibly think of. It was funny though, because I was talking to him recently. I'm like, isn't that crazy? They had like the other. He was like, yeah, they would always say that they hid it, and it was just like in another room. It was like out in the open.
Behind a closed door was their version of hiding.
Totally there.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. You got some crazy fucking family stories.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. All right, dude, we're gonna wrap the podcast. We're hitting about the hour mark right now.
Yeah, man.
You wanna plug your upcoming shows and all that?
Yeah. So this is coming on 27th. So October 28th through the 30th. Dania Improv. Jeremiah Watkins. He's on. He was a saxophone player in Kill Tony.
Yeah.
He's also now the voice of the Joker on the new Cartoon Network.
That's sick.
Batman cartoon.
That's sick.
I think it might be Batwoman or something, but yeah, he's the Joker on it. Which
That's
is
dope. That's
insane.
really dope. Yeah.
And he does like voiceover acting now, so I'm like really happy for him. And yeah, man, it's gonna be great shows. 5 shows. So come out to that if you're in Florida listening to this.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I got a few friends in Florida from college. If you guys are out there listening, go fucking check out my boy.
It's going to be fire. That's a brand new club, sick club. I also just DM me. I'll get you in for free. CJ Landry Comic on Instagram, everything.
Hell yeah.
And I'll get you in for free.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Go follow him. Go check out his shows if you got the time. Upcoming shows, by the time this comes out next week, it'll literally be the day of the show. So if you're listening to this the day it comes out tonight, go see me, CJ, my roommate Galen, Mike Eaton, Tony Casillas, and Jason Rodriguez at Southside Flying Pizza on Machanka Boulevard. Other than that, thank you guys for listening. If this is your first time or your 82nd time listening, I appreciate you. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.